Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 28, I believe, of the Scipii Chronicles, and just a brief, I guess, introduction of what this video is gonna have. It's gonna be literally about 3 minutes of campaign, and then we're gonna jump right into a battle again. And this battle was a long one, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's better, because it is a little on the boring side, I am not going to lie. And I have a few updates. I think I mentioned this in episode 27, I'm not sure. It's been like 2 weeks since I've recorded anything, but I do have parts 2 and 3 of the Battle for Middle Earth series commentated. I just have to render it, which will take about 3-4 hours. So hopefully today I'll have this video up and a new Battle for Middle Earth. I think it's long overdue. And yeah, that's about it. And I guess I'll actually start commentating about the campaign. And as you see on the map, I've controlled almost, if not all, of the southwest side of the map. So that's basically very northern Africa. And before I take over Europe, my decision is to take over the African and Middle Eastern provinces, which will consist of Egypt and the Seleucids. And then when my fame finally gets enough to be able to actually battle against Rome, I'll probably fight with the Bruttii first, because I've got territory like right in the middle of theirs. So it's definitely going to be a interesting conflict, and it's definitely going to be a hard one, because, like I said, I think in the Greece Macedon area, I've got like 2 settlements, and Bruttii has like 4 or 5. So yeah. And as you see there's one settlement left in that trio on the very bottom, and I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I think there is. Actually, I can't even see it. So I think there's an Egyptian unit waiting, or Egyptian army waiting to defend their cities. So I am just trying to bulk up my army, and if I can get Principes, it should be no problem. And anyways, it's going to be the start of the fight soon, and you'll see the unit difference. And this is the ultimate definition of quality over quantity. So as you see there, the balance is completely on their side, and right here you will see the unit difference. It's about 70, even less than 70 actually, and that is why you should have quality units instead of having a mass amount of crappier units. And as you see there, I'm going to be starting off with a hammer and anvil. I'm going to be using both my generals, and that is a rather risky business, because if your generals do die, even one of them, your army's morale goes down, and that means less willingness to fight, and also easier to rout. Anyways, the reason why their army is much more superior than mine is because they have armored hoplites, which are Greek's second highest unit, second best unit to get, I should say, and they have a squadron of Spartans. Now, as you see here, the battle seems to go my way, so I thought it would be it would be much easier than I expected. And here's that weird glitch where instead of dragging and them doing what I'm asking them to do, it keeps making it so that they walk there instead. So if you guys see me continuously doing this, it's not because I'm picky and trying to get them in the perfect position. It's because they're not moving at all to where I want them to. So if anybody knows how to fix that glitch, or maybe it's just my computer lagging like crazy, you know, if you guys can write down how to fix it, that'd be awesome, because it gets pretty annoying. Anyways, in order to beat Greece, especially if they have strong hoplite units, is basically the way I do it is to focus on the smaller units first, in which in this case would be the cavalry. That way you can focus on their hoplites and use all your units in case you need to. And if you don't take care of their smaller units first, I find that they just harass, and can, in this case, the cavalry can do a hammer and anvil to you. And sadly, what I can't do is run around them and use my what is it called? Maneuverability to get around these guys and hit them from the back. However, there's a slight uphill for them, so it's harder to run my units around. What I should have done here is have that unit, have that middle unit, and run around that that one hoplite unit on my right. Not this one, not the one that my generals are fighting at, but the one right beside it. I don't know why I didn't move them. And there's the Spartan units on the left, and I'm kind of thinking what I should do with that, because there you go. Now I finally use my unit to get around them. I'm quite lost as to what to do, because Spartan units, even with them being surrounded, are very, very tough to beat. So not trying to be a spoiler, but don't do what I do in this battle. Try and use your units a little better. So completely surrounding a hoplite right there was a pretty good idea. But definitely have a variety in your army. Like, all I brought here was 2 general units with like 48 men total, and 5 units of hastati, which are your basic infantry, and 1 unit of triarii, which is basically useless unless they have a lot of horsemen, in which case here they had 2 militia, which means that they rout when they run when any melee units come near them. So that unit is basically useless. So for future reference, if you're gonna invade Greece, you definitely want to bring horsemen, because Greece is completely lacking in that department, and you want to bring good units. Which, I mean, I can only bring Principes before the Marian Reformation, I guess it's called. So I mean, it's not completely my fault, but I definitely should have brought more units. And here's my general trying to do everything they can. I'm trying to make as many hammer and anvil strikes as I can in order to rout them, because that's really the only way I can win this. I can't win this on a 1 versus 1 fight, infantry wise. Oh, and I forgot to mention, also, when you're bringing a lot of infantry, don't use them all at once. Use as many units as you need to in order to surround them, or in order to keep them busy, and use the others as a backup, because if you use all your units at the same time, they're gonna get tired, and that is a big no-no. If they get tired, obviously they're less effective, and they will rout a lot quicker and lose men a lot quicker also. So have 2 lines, one for initial fighting and one for later, and it's generally better to have your stronger as your initial and your backup as your weaker. However, it depends on the fight. If in this case, I definitely would have used my stronger units first, and then my weaker units to surround them, so that the stronger units can actually fight instead of routing very quickly, and then use my weaker units to surround them when their morale is already low and they're battling and they're tired. That way, the weaker units versus the stronger units will be a little more balanced. But if it's something like a Parthian Hillman, I believe, like that really crappy unit that's basically there just as a really bad backup infantry, because Parthia depends on cavalry, then I would have used my weaker units first, and probably don't even use my stronger units unless I absolutely have to, for that infantry fight I mean. But I would have rather brought my heavy infantry with my cavalry, because as you guys know, Parthia has very strong cavalry, very weak infantry. So I'm not saying 100% of the time use your heavy infantry first, but I'm saying depending on the status, in this case Greece, which has very strong infantry, definitely use your heavy infantry first. Jumping from another topic, and I know I do this a lot, that's because I hit pause and record at different times, because I want to think about what I'm trying to talk about, and also, you know, phone goes off, text comes on, you know what I mean. Anyways, this is what I mean. I jumped from topic and I don't remember what I was trying to talk about. Right. I do have a piece of exciting news. I am going to get a new computer. It's not a gaming top of the line computer, but it is a much needed improvement from my old 6-year-old computer. I'm hoping, I know I've said this 2 years ago where I said I'd get a new computer, but I think it's 90% sure. So it's pretty certain that I'm gonna get this computer. Like I said, it's not a gaming computer, but it definitely will be able to run Empire Total War on low graphics probably, but also, more importantly, I will be able to get the game, run it smoothly, and finally get a campaign of it. I have never in my lifetime played Empire Total War, and that's probably the most I don't know how to say this, but the game that I wanted to play the most, for sure, of the Total War series. I mean, Rome was great. Medieval was kind of a disappointment for me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because maybe it lags so much on my computer, but it just wasn't as fun as Rome. Shogun and Medieval, it just feels weird to me. I don't know why. And Empire looks like a lot of fun, so hopefully I'll be able to get that as well as Napoleon. And I heard that there's a new Shogun 2 Total War coming out. Hopefully I'll be able to run that. I'm pretty sure I will be able to. It's not a crappy computer, it's just not top of the line. So anyways, those are the exciting pieces of information that I want to share with you. And here you can see at the bottom tab where I lost my general. I have 8 units in my other one, and I'm running very low on my last 5 Hastati. One is down all the way to 36. Initially started from 160. So this fight is definitely a close one, and I'm thinking, holy crap, I'm gonna lose this. And 1 unit routes now, and I'm like, is that gonna start on mass routing? So I'm desperate, so I'm bringing in my Triaria, which will basically do nothing, but I mean, it's still a fighting force. It's still going to do some damage, and I'm debating whether to bring my Cretan archers into this, because they're pretty capable in melee too, because they are an elite unit. Part 2 of this battle will be posted hopefully, well, it is the I do have vacation days, so hopefully next week I can get a few videos out in that week, and that way I can keep you guys entertained, because I do admit one video every 2 weeks is a long time to wait. So hopefully I'll get some more videos out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Stick around, I definitely will be back. But one thing to mention is that when I do get my new computer, I don't know if I'll be able to continue on this this particular campaign, so I might just jump into start a new one roughly around where I am now. So anyways, I will see you guys next time.